There's a specific kind of exhaustion that only women in their 40s understand. You're tired by 8 p.m., your body is begging, you fall asleep, and then 3 a.m., eyes open, heart already running, mind already working. The whole house is silent, and you are completely, hopelessly awake. I lived like this for 2 years before I understood what was actually happening. Your body has a hormonal clock. For most of your life, estrogen and progesterone ran that clock together. Progesterone has a sedative quality. It promotes deep sleep. The stages where your body repairs, your brain consolidates memory, and you wake up feeling human. When progesterone declines, that sedative effect disappears. The lightest phase of your sleep cycle, naturally between 2 and 4 a.m., becomes a window where your nervous system wakes instead of cycling back down. But that's not all that's happening at 3 a.m. Cortisol, your stress hormone, operates on a 24-hour curve. In a healthy pattern, it's lowest at midnight and rises slowly around 6 a.m. In perimenopause, this curve shifts forward. Cortisol starts rising at 2 or 3 a.m. Your body is following an instruction that got shifted by several hours. And then there's temperature. Estrogen helps maintain the stable core temperature that keeps you in deep sleep. When it fluctuates, so does your temperature. Even a small increase pulls you out of sleep instantly. 3 a.m. is not insomnia. It is not anxiety. It is not your mind betraying you. It's 3 hormonal changes all pointing in the same direction, toward waking, in the darkest, loneliest hour of the night. What changed for me wasn't the 3 a.m. wake up. It didn't disappear immediately, but the experience of it changed completely. Instead of lying in the dark, thinking, something is wrong with me, I started thinking, my cortisol is rising early, my progesterone is low, my body is doing something predictable and biological. That is not a small shift. That is the difference between lying in the dark in terror and lying in the dark in understanding. Here's what I learned the hard way. First, the phone stays across the room, not on silent, across the room. When I woke at 3 a.m. and reached for it, I was guaranteed to be awake for 2 hours. Without it, sometimes I drifted back. Second, a notepad beside the bed, not journaling, just writing down whatever my brain was spinning on, 1 sentence each, closing the notepad. It sounds too simple. It isn't. Third, I got serious about temperature. My bedroom. Cooler than I thought I needed? A fan, different bedding. Estrogen and temperature regulation are connected. I felt that before I understood it. Fourth, I stopped fighting the 3 a.m. This one took the longest. When I stopped lying there cataloging everything wrong with me and started thinking, my cortisol is just rising early, this is biology, not emergency, the 3 a.m. got quieter. Not shorter always, but quieter. Fifth, I had a specific conversation with my doctor, not, I can't sleep. That gets you sleeping pills. I said, I fall asleep fine. I wake between 2 and 4 a.m. I believe this is hormonal. I want to talk about progesterone specifically. That is a completely different conversation, and it gets completely different answers. What does your mind go to first when your eyes open at 3 a.m.? And if you've found something that actually helps, please share it here. Because the women reading these comments are awake right now too.